Well, hello and good morning, beautiful people. Darren Eldridge, the Dark Geek here. We are joined by the bracketologist, the man, the commish, Meat.
Hello, everybody.
So I hope everybody has survived the storm. We're throwing out some thank yous right here at the beginning to our sponsors, Tavern Players Magazine. Hope you got your subscription. Little write-up on the DPNE that we just had. So hope everybody has made it through the storm. I hope you all got power back. And have made it safely. Thank you to all the people. Mead is one of them that was out there cutting trees, moving snow, and hauling snow away in a lot of cases. So thank you to all those people, you guys and gals, young, old, all kick butt. And thank you so much. And hopefully all the folks that came in to help us have made it home safely and all that good stuff. So hope you are all well and having a good time. Making a couple of adjustments here to see if I can not be screaming at you folks. So we got Meat back. Meat had a trip to Florida, straight from Vegas down to Florida with a new ride that we're going to be able to take with some stuff coming up we'll get to later on. So how are you now back from Florida right into the snow?
Oh, I wish I was still there. I hope we don't get any more snow this winter, but this is New England, so we'll see what happens. I'm in love with my new truck. I'm very happy with the purchase, and should be good.
All right, sweetness. There we go. There's Maddie B right there. So listen, we're going to kind of jump right into it. We are thrilled to have Meat. I've asked him to come in a couple of different times, and we got him this time. Little snafu last time. So we're going to roll right in. Our first up was on February 7th. I was about to say March. It's not March yet. February 7th, and we tried to do an LOD at Porcelli's, and then you see it, there we were, missing Meat. He was gone, getting his new truck. And so we went and hung out. I was there with the Porcelli's crew, and then 3 diehards made it out that night in the snow, and there they are. Of course, Rachel Emery was in the house with that beautiful face. Kevin Boyan had come down, and then the pool man, Tim Kelly. And that was the extent. That was it, Mr. Meat. We had a lot of snow that night, too. That kind of came in kind of fast and furious, just quickly.
That's what I hear. Yeah, I was not around for that, thankfully. I was that the day I left?
I was Saturday, so
yeah, I was stuck in Boston for a 4-hour delay in my flight.
Right, I remember you had.
That was fun.
Yeah, you got on the plane, then off the plane, then on the
plane. Back the plane, de-iced it 3 times. Finally made it to sunny Florida. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not upset that I missed that last snow.
Yeah, I mean it was quick and there was a lot, but it was short, which was nice. So we all made it home. And thank you, Rachel Emery, for bailing me out a wee bit. There was a little snafu with some car keys. So that's the way it was. And but Rachel was there to bail out the geek. So we appreciate you, Rachel. Thank you very much. And then after that, honestly, next up, as we scroll right on through, as I said, February is a little short due to all the snow and the storms. So next up was going to be the ladies cricket, which was going to be on the 15th. And you were away. And I honestly think that's why you ladies didn't show up. You knew Meat wasn't going to be there. So you were like, screw this. We're just going to go play in the silver event. And we're not going to worry about this right now. But we didn't. And you were away, still traveling at that point.
Yeah, I was. I think I started my travel home that Monday.
Right.
After that. Yeah, which is a good, took my time, 3 days, no complaints.
He needed his rest for what he came back to.
Yeah.
So, but I did just want to go through real quick. There are places, on the other side of the bridge, the place we don't speak of, but that have like the Liberal Club where they just have an endless supply of boards and so forth. And we don't on the Cape. So we do, when we're trying to do these round robin things, we do need the pre-reg, because I only have so many spots. Were we gonna fill it up? Probably not. I get it, but we don't ever want to turn anybody away, and that's where it gets, sad and hard. So that's why we do the pre-reg. The silver is open tonight. We're going to be at the Moose for the DGZ Saturday night 501 singles. We'll get into that at the end and upcoming as well. But we will be taking signups for that. That's going to be open, I think, till like the 20th or 22nd or something to March. 25th maybe, and I think it's the 28th that we do that. So that is going to be open. For the silver, your DC cricket rating has to be 1.99 or under. So if you hit that 2 point anything, you can play in the gold. We're going to do the gold in April at the Brewster VFW. So, and those signups will open actually at the silver event, if we get signups for the silver event. And if we don't, you know what, that's okay. We're just going to throw stuff out there, see what sticks, and we're going to go from there. So then we didn't have much. You were traveling, so we touched base with you a couple times as you took your time coming home. And anything you want to share with the beautiful people about your trip? Anything good, funny, interesting?
Drank too much, ate too much. Typical vacation.
You found a new moose lodge down there, right?
Lodge. It was like a 2-minute golf cart ride from my friend's house, which could be very dangerous. The bar is pretty cool. It's kind of like a almost outside-ish bar. They allow smoking down there, so luckily the almost like storm curtains, I guess you call them, were opened up, and when it was pushing through and pushing the smoke out, which was great. But no, it was a good time, and you can drive golf carts around the town roads down there as long as you're not on the main drag. They don't care. And 5-minute golf cart ride to the beach, found some shark's teeth. Saw still recuperating from the damage of the hurricane a couple of years ago, a year ago, something like that. Yeah, they get a lot of damage down there. Still some houses that are block walls are blown out right out of the house. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. I took my time coming home. I didn't take 95. I went out this other route out through Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. That was nice. Virginia is beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of mountains and valleys. It was very nice driving through there. I just took my time, did it all by myself, and had a good trip.
I made it safely with a beautiful truck. Where do you see that? I'm excited because I'm going to sit shotgun now with a couple of the trips that we have coming up. Again, we'll cover that later on. But well, we're glad you made it safe. I'm glad you were here to help bail a lot of us out of the storms.
I thank you. Some friends are keeping in touch while I was away. Good to hear from you guys.
So let me see if I can figure out where we were right here. So what we had then. No. Back up, home slice. Boom. Let's see if I did this. If I did this right, we're going to pop up. I did it. Yay. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Since we have the commissioner of the Cape Cod Dart League here, we're going to start going through our league stuff with the Cape Cod Dart League. And we're going to jump right into the action. Now, we didn't have any action last Wednesday night. Again, snowstorms have basically...
snowstorm with hardly any power in the entire Cape Cod.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we decided to postpone the match. I think we don't know. It's not set in stone yet. I'll figure it out before Monday and make a post on the Dart League page. Well, it looks like we might continue on with this week's schedule the way it's supposed to be and ask teams to make up last week's schedule sometime before the end of the season. Just that way, because bars are already set with schedules, what team's showing up, when they have to make food. So instead of screwing that up, I think we're going to just, like I said, it's not set in stone, but we will make a decision by Monday and make a post and let everybody know what's going on.
Oh, you're going to have that decision by this Monday?
Yeah, it's Monday. Yeah,
cool.
If I wasn't so crazy this week plowing and stuff, I would have asked.
Well, no, I think
I reached out to the board this morning just a couple minutes ago, actually. And like, oh yeah, I should have thought of this sooner. Crap. But I think that's what we're going to do. Just that way, because like I said, the bars already know what the schedule is for the season. So instead of just saying, okay, we're going to take last week and push it back a week.
Right.
And then also that it would make finals actually after Memorial Day. And a lot of bars, don't want darts during their busy season, which we totally understand.
Right.
So
and we hope they're busy. Like, we don't get me wrong. We want them.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly it. And that's why we don't want to interfere in their busy time. So, I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to do. Like I said, I will make a post by Monday at the latest, and I'll tag everybody in like I always do on posts.
Right.
And, let everybody know what's going to go on.
And we'll share it on our pages. But just keep in mind, like, look, like especially captains, like go to the Facebook page of the Cape Cod Dart League on Wednesday night before you go out, so you can let everybody know what is going to be, and then get that consensus. See what you can do. I'm sure everybody worked together great in the storm. We have an amazing community, so you got the whole season to make that up. I'm sure.
Yeah, if you see a post and you want to reach out to the other captain, just to let them know, because there's some captains that aren't on Facebook. There's one person in particular, and it'd be add a personal touch and give him a personal phone call because he just doesn't do Facebook.
Right. So, but that's cool, and that's that's what's nice about being in a small community like Cape Cod. It does have its advantages, so we can do that. So we'll go from there. All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to reopen this. Here we go. I'm going to do this. And now we're going to jump into it. And here we are with the AA division currently sitting, excuse me, folks. We have the Dart Sharks sitting at 24 points, and they are ahead of FUPA in the standing, which must mean they have a leg up on the FUP. So Dart Sharks are the two-time champions. They are back-to-back champions, which has not been done for quite a while, and now are working their way through. And you see the basics there. And IAC, the new A champions from last season, they swapped with Riptides and are now battling their way through. Of course, we all know and love Rachel Emery, and we root for that team. So how are you thinking they're doing up there? I've been hearing that they're actually, according to the people I've talked to, and these are the teammates, that the games are getting pretty close. They're not hitting that double.
They are. I actually stopped by the Wednesday when I got back from Florida. Stopped by VFW and saw Rachel and her fiance battling it out. And there was actually some close matches. They actually won. I think I won a couple of points off them. So they're taking their lumps. They may not be happy about it, but I don't think they're having a horrible time either. They realize, hey. So you get to spend one season in AA. I did it for 2 seasons when I went back to back in A. Yeah. You take your lumps, and they'll be back down in A, and someone else will be back up there in AA for a season, and that's the way it's going to go from now on.
No, and I think they all have a great attitude about it. Like I honestly have not heard, even on the sly, sometimes somebody will be like, but honestly, they're just like, hey, we knew this was going to happen, and we're good. Well, let's go see what we got.
Yeah, exactly. And, I think with AA is less drama in other divisions, maybe, so they're not upset about that.
Right. Sometimes it can be a quick night too. You can be home early.
But they also do play 2 out of 3 and everything.
Right. Yeah. So it is a longer format.
So it does it's a longer format. So so still makes for a halfway long night for them, I guess. Some nights might not be quite as long as others, but I think that they're doing fine. They have a good time.
Yeah. And you never know, like some of the bruisers, they were, have kind of a little put together from a couple of teams that they got putting up, and a couple of guys decided to stay.
They had a ball. I know Ed the plumber. He's like, nah, man, I'm happy playing. His darts are really stepped up a lot too. So, and that's what happens when you play in AA. You're playing against better shooters. Your darts will climb, and I'm glad he's having a good time up there. And obviously the rest of his team must be too, because like I said, a few of them stayed together and grabbed some other players, and they're staying up there and have a good time.
Yeah. No, absolutely, and loving, and I'm a big fan of Ed the plumber. He bailed me out big time. So congratulations, Mr. Ed, and thank you, sir. He's another great guy that we have. So we're going to move on to A. We have an East and a West and the Cape Cod Dart League. So there are 10 teams in A. So it is broken up into East and West with the top 2 from each division making it to the playoffs. And there in the East is the aforementioned Riptides sitting atop, just edging out Nun 80 at the moment in first. And Riptides probably benefited some last year from being in AA. They do have Frank the Tank, who comes quite a bit to your Monday night luck of the draw.
Yeah, no,
People. He is one of the people that the people like to get, as we say.
Yes.
So, and then the Clubbers there holding their place in third currently. That's the group of old timers out of the 28 club. They've just been together forever. So, and they are followed by Plan B, and bringing up the rear are the Fireballs with our own, or the Cape Cod Dart League's own, Jeffrey Parker, the statistician, who was the captain of that team. So pretty tight division there, with fourth place being at 15 and first place being at 18. So that is kind of tight there. And as you see, moving into the West, there is Armed and Hammered sitting at 20, just a little bit above FMA.
Yeah, a little bit of gap in that division, but don't forget those have bye weeks, and the top 2 teams have not had their bye yet. So that'll tighten up a little bit too. It will.
Yeah, and then we have Stranger Flings, followed by Shenanigans, and then Ace Holes currently sitting. And Ace Holes is another one of those teams. Pretty soon we're going to be able to refer to them like we do the Clubbers. That's one of those teams that that's been the same core for a long
time.
Almost as long as the 19th hole's been there.
It's pretty close. They get a few add-ons, but no, you're right. DK, Ray, and Gary, and Sean had been together a long time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't. So shout out to them. So, but you can also, as always, follow along with any of these matches during the evening. They play on Wednesday night. Around 7 p.m. is the start time, so you can check onto Dart Connect TV and see in live time any of these matches. And then the last division we have on Cape Cod is B. And B right now is being led by an all-ladies team, Hakuna Matatas, who kind of put themselves together last year, and I think maybe even shocked themselves a little bit how well they did.
I don't know about that.
But
they got some good shooters on there,
I think they have some great shooters.
I think this year being the second season together, they'll gel a little more, and they'll figure out who plays well together, and do probably even better this season than they did last.
Well, right now they are in the lead, and followed by the Dart Zombies closely. Our top 3 again fairly close together.
Yeah, the Zombies coming down from A last season.
Yeah.
Taking their lickings up in A last year.
So they do move around in Cape Cod. They try to keep it, as you see, we have 5 divisions in B2, so you really have 3 divisions with buys. And buys can be good, buys can be bad. It all depends on, what you think, how you think.
Yeah, I don't mind buys. I just hate when if you have the last buy of the season.
You do, especially if you have the last buy. Then you got to
buy in the playoffs. You
yeah.
You wait for other divisions to catch up.
Yeah.
That has happened to my team. So we had like 3 or 4 weeks without playing darts one year because of holidays and everything. Yeah, that was kind of a drag. But I mean, I don't mind a little break during the year. Like I said, when I got back from Florida, Pisser, bye week, I'll go hang out. VFW allows me to bring my dog inside, so
nice.
And hang out for a little while, have a good time, relax a little bit, especially after not working for almost 2 weeks, and it was tough.
That's probably the first time you've done that in a long time.
No, I do it almost every year for Bike Week.
Oh, true. True. Yeah. So then we have our own Cape Cod Dart League Commissioners team, Dilligaff, holding tight in third at 16, followed by Dave Wood's team and Bulls on Parade. And again, as we said, that's a lot of stuff has been thwarted here by our snowstorms. So there wasn't a ton of action going on at that point. And then we'll see how everybody catches up. And then the Thursday night got a little on hold last week, as well as restaurants were getting, back together. Excuse me. So I could not get to the mute button fast enough. Sorry, folks. I did try.
So you just sneeze on me. That's all.
So that covers there. And boom, we have our handy dandy sheets here, of course. Link Gosling. Got to have your handy dandy notebook. Him and Blue have taught us that. So now what we're going to do is we are going to move on to our Cape Cod Premier League. Cape Cod Premier League is the singles league here on Cape Cod, run by basic Patrick Paquette, who he is also was away and then came back, I think, to the snowstorm. And like everybody else was like, oh, sugar. So, but this is our singles league. It's all 501. And we'll start with our double A division, where part of FUPA from the Cape Cod Dart League, Mike McGuire, Big Sexy himself, sits in first place currently. And again, it's early in the season, but he is followed up by Scott Rasmussen, who has really, since getting his feet wet, has really kind of just like zip, 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 zip all the way up.
Yeah, no, he's a really good shot, man. And
yeah.
I believe he showed up to a Monday night luck of the draw first, and Jeffrey Parker started drooling and snagged him up and won a championship with him, and now Scott's up in Double A having a good time in Double A and Cape League as well.
Yeah.
I think it's where he belongs. He's a really good shot and just a really good dude too.
Yeah. No, it's nice to see that, and and he's definitely having a good time. We like having him around, and that's followed up by the big cat, Dennis Alker, who is currently sitting in third place at this point, followed by the aforementioned Patrick Paquette. Yep, he does play in his league and sits kind of right there in the middle of the pack, followed by Lee Baker, another mainstay at Meets Monday Night Luck of the Draw.
Yes, Lee, thank you for helping out run things when I wasn't here for a couple weeks.
Yes.
And Dennis and yourself, I believe, helped out a little bit as well.
Yeah, I went down, to show my face and get a little bit of credit. Anyways, I'm always up for getting a little bit of credit. So, but those two did it. Those two did a great job.
Yeah, no, the first week I was gone, a little snafu with the bar, and Lee stepped up and took over and ran things, and very much appreciative for him and Dennis for doing that for me.
Yeah. Followed up by Christian Burrows, Calvin the Spring King, Castilius, and Alan Parsons Project. So that's a pretty tough division right there, and it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out through the rest of the season. Now we're going to move up to our A division, and there, sitting at the top of A division, is Ed the Plumber Kuna. And as we said, you can see there he's got his average almost to 51 right now, and has been working hard. And he is followed up by Sean Baker Jr., and we got a little shot of one of his matches up at Port City. Sean showed up and showed out a little bit there for Cape Cod. Well done. Followed up by the Pillsbury Doughboy, Jason Pillsbury. And that then leads us right to Eric Jocelyn and Derek Watley right there in the middle of the things. And our champion from last season, Joe Ansana and Paul Leno, followed up by Mark Sullivan. Joe and Paul had quite the battle last year in the finals, went down to the last leg. A lot of the finals came down to the last leg. If you, we were able to get Cotto and McGuire the final, and then we caught right the end of Matty B and Ed the Plumber, who was our champion. So a lot of champions in this division from last season, and a tight little division there, with the overall average being 46.5, which isn't too bad. 501 for those boys.
No, that's wish I was somewhere near that.
And then from our A division, Bypass double A. We did you boys already. Then we go into B. Now in B, we have Vin. How do you pronounce his last name? Schmecka?
No.
No.
Shoot. Let me see if I could see it. I could tell you.
Scime. I have pronounced his name probably several ways, all wrong. And he has sat there at the table trying to get us. But Vin, who is actually the bounty tonight at the Moose Lodge for the minus division, he was the champion. He not only is the bounty, he collected the bounty, taking out Eric Jocelyn in his last leg. But Vin is followed up by Dan Robillard from Longfellow's fame, one of our great sponsors. And John the Chef Leonard coming in there. John has jumped back into darts. Another one who shows up all the time. Actually got his little, let's say, dipped his toes back in at your Monday night luck of the draws. And he's followed up by the Mouth-Tawed Moose, Craig Fiddler. And this is one of the co-ed groups. It's all done by average. It has nothing to do with gender. And then is Jillian Richmond right there behind Craig. And Tim Kelly followed up by Rachel Emery, another champion from last year. So that's the B division right there. And hopefully Vin shows up tonight. If Vin shows up tonight and somebody knocks him out of the singles, you collect that bounty.
Vin Simica.
Simica, there we go. Well done.
We always want to put an S. I always used to put an H in there for some reason. Why? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because I'm stupid.
Well, I've said it wrong once, and once I say it wrong once, it's horrible. It's horrible.
I hate when I butcher people's names, especially when I was doing that to which city. Oh my God.
It's part of the fun of being the MC. So here we are in C division, and there he is, the statistician from the Cape Cod Dart League, Jeffrey Parker. He is leading the C division currently, followed up by Joey Eldridge. And was Jeff might have been, I don't know if he was a champion last season or before that, but followed by Thomas Libby. Tom Libby, another sponsor, repurposed. If you have never seen that company, he and his bride and family have repurposed on Cape Cod. You'll see them at all the shows around, especially in the spring and the summer. So give them a look-see on Facebook too. But Tom Libby is right there, followed up by Slow-Mo himself. That's not a typo, Mike Silverman. I am dating myself, but that's the way it goes. So some of you remember him. Followed by Kyle Garrity and the formerly known as the best dressed man in the Cape Cod Dart League, but now he's retired, Anthony Offala. And followed by Leo Mayer?
Yes,
Mayer. Leo Mayer. Sorry, Leo. And Christine Baker, one of the queens at the Moose and one of our birthday girls. So down there tonight, we do have a little bit of the birthday stuff going on with our other queen, Melissa Hall. So come on down tonight. Say happy birthday. Have a beverage. I'll bet you there'll be some sweet treats down there tonight.
You think?
I do.
I get a feeling you might be correct.
And we are going to jump right into the women's division led by Katie, 50-50 Sullivan. Katie's one of our young ladies who do the 50-50 down there. Her husband, Mark, is one of the gentlemen who run the LOD at DC Porcelli's Pizza and More on Thursday nights up there in Yarmouth. She is followed by Jeannie Zizo, who I have had the pleasure of meeting now just through the events at Porcelli's. Very nice lady and great shot. And she is followed by Tracy.
Yeah, Jeannie's on the Kumatatis this season?
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Tracy, the Mahar.
Mayor.
I'm getting her confused.
Pretty sure it's Mayor.
I know, it is.
Leo,
and then David.
How about this? How about Leo's beautiful bride?
I do like that better. But, yeah. But then David, I think he's Mahar from Dark Connect. I pronounce his name wrong all the time, too. So, but Tracy is followed up by our favorite, well, I should say one of our favorite, because Melissa and the Sex Kitten are also some of our favorite Bruin fans. But Stephanie Kozar, followed by Linda Bedard, Veronica Eldridge from the famed FMA team, followed up by Jennifer Parks and Christine Fulcher, the beautiful bride of the aforementioned Jeffrey Parker. And that rounds out the Cape Cod Premier League. They, again, that you can play anytime of the week, any day, anywhere. You can play at your house, you can play at a pub, anywhere. Once a week, they just post where they're playing and the times on the Facebook page so that people know where, when they can and can't play. And most are all okayed and approved by bar owners / managers, which is very, very nice and was very smooth and is a good time. You've never played in that, huh?
In the singles?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
My card sucks, so.
Well.
Maybe next season. I thought about it. Now that I'm not playing in Minuteman, because Minuteman's, I miss my teammates, but it gets to be a little much Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then when you're in the playoffs,
yeah,
it's 4 nights a week and a lot of traveling. But traveling doesn't bother me so much. It's just gets a little old after a while.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe next season I'll jump into singles and pick up last place in one of the divisions, the lowest division.
And some of us take time off. I took a little time off from the singles. There's been some other guys. So it's nice to be able to float in and out of that. Patrick keeps it going, always comes up. And generally, I shouldn't say always. I don't want to speak for him, but generally has some sort of format going in the summertime as well. And we love that. So the major in February, which actually had a ton of Cape Cod presence up there, was the Port City Open. And there they are right there. There's our
motley crew.
Look at that. That was a great, great time. And this is what I woke up to. I was like, whoa, hey, good morning, everybody. So that was awesome. And some other pictures there. Meat came over. We were hacking around, putting some days together and going over the calendar. And we saw some of these folks. There's some of our favorite Liberal Club. Of course, the other one was Kirsten. This is Emma here, and that was
they top.
This was their top 4 match.
Yeah, they're in the semifinal match.
Yeah.
That was great.
This was a great match, and it was great to see those two up there. Of course, they're at the Liberal Club all the time.
Yeah, and they're
huge
just
supporters.
They're great people, man. They're so funny, and let's out there to have a good time.
Yeah. And right there, you see, yes, our own Sean Baker Jr. drew Leonard Gates in singles, and in the first leg of that singles, Shawnee took him out. And it was a great way to start. And the rest of the match was a little tough. Not going to lie. A little tough. But
well, against Gates, what do you expect?
You do. But the fact that he got there and took that out, I thought that was great.
Man. That's I wouldn't even play in the singles like that. Never mind.
And then
Gates.
If you watched any of that match, the next leg, like Leonard turned it on, he was like, $140, $180,
Yeah.
And
Cape Cod, who?
I think he just kind of got a little annoyed. And
he probably was not very happy with losing that leg, and I think he got he missed his outs in the first leg, and that was
he did, but everybody misses.
Hey, man,
that's the thing. Everyone's gonna miss their double.
Right, that's it. It's not over until you hit the double, and Sean didn't miss his double.
He didn't.
Took it out, man. That's good for him.
Yeah, and it does. I've been fortunate to play some of the pros, and with the shot, and have my hand shaking.
Yeah, we tried out in Vegas, but I had a little snafu there, and
yeah,
we were hoping to draw.
They were afraid of us.
We're hoping, we're hoping to draw Simon Whitlock and his partner. Maybe it would have been fun just to get our butts whooped by those two.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it didn't happen. But next year, it's always next year. And
you see our boy Tim right there. He is sporting his Vegas from Magic Wear, and actually we got to throw a shout out to them too, because we got 2. Got one that before Christmas, and then when I got home, all of a sudden there was another one. Yeah, a little snafu from them, and they're like, okay, you guys are welcome for the mistake. Yeah, thank you very much. I did. Appreciate it. And they're great shirts, man. So I'm I like it. Nice fit. We got a slimmer meat, so it's working on it. I put a few pounds back on in Florida. Took a few off since I've been home. But Donna, I did Donna
You doing me a favor and plowed her driveway. She gave me a little care package of treats, which gave Darren some of the sweets today, actually, so I don't have to eat them all because I will eat everything if I have the chance. So,
and that'll be breakfast.
Yeah. Belgian chocolates, I believe those were.
Ooh.
I meant to take one, maybe. We'll see. But I also dove into the peanut butter filled pretzels this morning. Those are she gets all that stuff from Trader Joe's because she works there.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best pizza pieces. Peanut butter filled pretzels I've ever had. I'm like, those might be my new favorites.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Donna's a sweet woman, does a lot.
Yeah,
and,
she does.
She does. She really, really cares and is very appreciative. So, and again, our darting community is a pretty amazing place, and I know that I am thrilled to be part of it. So, Rachel, don't get mad at me, but thank you all, and we love you. Notice I've cut down on the hearts. I do listen. I do listen to Rachel. She's usually pretty smart, as are most of the ladies in my life, thank God. So, but now...
Hey, to do well in life, you got to surround yourself with good people.
That's right. And some of you go, why does he do that?
And,
why the pause?
And why am I sitting next to him? I have no idea.
Haha. We do the pause because this is my favorite part. We are now in the upcoming events for the remainder of February, which is today, as well as what's coming up in March and just a little bit beyond. But I do the little pause. It lets me know where I can break it up. Just a little, little production hint there. So whether you do or don't care, that's why we do it. So the first thing, and I like to kind of go in order, you're going to see all of these things right here. But tonight at the Yarmouth Moose Lodge, we have the DGZ Saturday Night 501 singles. We have two groups. We have 45.01 and up based on your dart and ag average. We have 45.00 minus based on your Dart Connect average. Hey, don't have a Dart Connect average? That's okay. Come on down and play in our plus group. You'll have a good time. We'll have a good time. And it's also the birthday month event as well. We are celebrating our queens, Melissa Hall and Christine Baker. So you know there'll be some goodies in the house. They'll be celebrating. So I think
that's pretty funny. They're the birthday crew, and it's their birthday. So
so they're doing their own thing. But so come on down.
But I believe is Katie involved in helping out with that too?
I think so. I think so Katie Sullivan now doing a lot of things.
We'll have to clarify that before next one, so we can give the proper credits to who it's due to.
But I do know that Katie has stepped up, and she is, bartending and giving Holly a huge amount of help in the
and Moose is open on day-to-day. Moose is open on Monday nights now, I believe. So,
John the Chef Leonard work in the kitchen some nights, so check it out. He throws a little pub menu out there. So,
nice. I didn't realize that. That's good. Yeah.
So now after tonight, March 7th, right there at Porcelli's Pizza is the DGZ Saturday Night LOD. Now, this March 7th LOD is really going to be it for the Saturday Night Dart Challenges, at least as we lead up and get through the summer. Because once we get through March 7th, Saturdays, we got a couple of things. The March 28th will be the cricket right there, the silver cricket. You see that. We're going to run that. And then come April, we got a couple of CCDL events that we'll get on when we get into the month of April. So March 7th is going to be it. And then after that, a couple of specialty events, and we're going to roll into summer. Woof.
God, hopefully you can get rid of this white stuff. Jeez.
Yeah. So hopefully you'll join us. We will have the 50-50s. We got all those prizes from Mac Darts. So there's lots of new stuff to get going and stuff to keep us going all summer, spring, and summer. So now on the 14th, I'm super excited about this because we have, I say we, D Productions, DGZ, Meat Da Geek. We have a deal with MMDL. We're going to go up and stream the four qualifiers, I guess they are. And hopefully I've got that right. The flag will pop up here. But they are having a 5-on-1 Minuteman Dart League Championship, and there are 4 stops on the way to the Witch City 2026, which will be at, what's the name of that hotel? Envisions. Envisions Hotel. And
great event, nice big room. I was very happy with it,
Oh, it was a great place. I thought it was a great place.
Pet friendly, which is awesome. So I may actually bring Tank next year.
Yeah. We haven't officially been asked, but we'll be there anyway.
Well, that's true. Yeah, we'll be there no matter what, right?
But so Frenchie.
Somehow somehow I got a feeling we might be asked.
I hope so.
I think we did a good enough job to be asked back.
But
I could be wrong though.
It could be. We will be in Peabody. It's at the Peabody VFW for the first round of that. We'll be doing the live stream, so watch for Meat Da Geek on the live stream there. There'll be 4 events. The first one being on the 14th. Peabody, I believe, like I said, the Peabody VFW. Then after that, on the 21st of March, we have the Cape Cod Premier League ADO Cricket Qualifier. That's going to be at the Yarmouth Moose Lodge. That is going to be a round robin into a knockout, and that is going to be to get your way paid through to the qualifier. And I think if I have that right, that might be in Peabody too. And of course, I did not make that note. But there it is right there. And it covers it. The winner's entry, yes, to the Peabody VFW. That's where the national qualifier will be held. That's a $75 value. And DGZ and D Productions, we're going to make sure we make up a balance. If the balance is enough, we will make it 2 men, 2 women. If we need to add to make it 1, we're going to make 1 man, 1 woman.
I changed the door tight, did I?
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, that is Apollo. If anybody sees him running around and jump up, that's Apollo the kitty. So that'll be at the Moose Lodge. You do have to be either currently playing in the Cape Cod Premier League or have played last season. Either one of those, and you can qualify to play in this. And please check Facebook, the Cape Cod Premier League, as well as Darts, Cape Cod, and beyond for that. Then on the 28th, we have the DGZ Cricket Championships. We currently sit at 0 signups again for silver, so I'm not sure if cricket is the thing that everybody wants or not. This is Apollo, for those of you who want to say, this is Apollo, so this is where he wants to be. So we're just going to put him there.
My bad. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. He just likes to be part of the show. And
he's a good kitty.
Kirsten has Chandler. We all have our people. You have Tank. So in any event, the DGZ Silver Championships will be March 28th. We hope to get a bunch of signups. That's going to be a round robin into a knockout. We do have some sponsorship money, so hopefully we're going to get some signups for that. Taking a shot at cricket there. And with the qualifier, that's a lot of cricket this month. I'm not going to lie. So then the 26th through the 29th is the Virginia Beach Classic. Speaking of driving through Virginia.
Of course, I was a
little bit early.
Other part of the state, too. But
whatever.
Avoiding 95 was a buddy of mine gave me the idea. And that's an hour. And the views were spectacular when I was driving during the daylight.
Yeah. So I don't know who is going. That's a big one, I'm sure. Hopefully that's going to be, they'll have some live streams or stuff for that. But of course, you can always follow along. Any of these tournaments are always Dart Connect Live. So Dart Connect TV, dartconnect.com. Go in that little right-hand corner, click the little TV, leagues, events, locals, all kinds of stuff there all of the time. So now that's going to bring us to our regular LODs. Monday night is this guy.
Back in action.
Meets Monday Night Lucka. The draw heat is back. It's at Brewster Pizza on Monday night. Signups are at 7 p.m. Darts fly at 7:30 p.m. It's a great crowd of people, so come on down. Get your sign up on. It is $10 entry fee down there. Thursday nights, we are at DC Porcelli's Pizza and more. Mark Sullivan, Rich Power, they are down at Porcelli's Pizza. One of our best sponsors, Jim and Ellie, always add some extra stuff there. So come on down, go ahead, look, see what's going on. And then looking ahead into April, as I said, the 7th is pretty much it because we're going to run the 28th And then in April, on April 4th, the Cape Cod Dart League is going to hold their league luck of the draw. So qualifications will be up, to be eligible to play in that. I know they're contemplating a few things, so I don't want to speak out of context, but it is going to be at DC Porcelli's Pizza and More. And this is the first league event, I believe, held at DC Porcelli's. So great for DC Porcelli's, and I'm super excited for it.
Yes, and we decided to try something new this season. You don't have to be a Cape Cod Dart League player to play in this. If you're not a Cape Cod Dart League player, it's $5 more to play in it. But we're trying to get more people involved and trying to get more people to join the league, maybe. So we're trying something different, and so that's what we're going to try out this time and see what happens, and see if we get some more people in.
I think, personally, I think that's great. I love it. I know Minuteman does stuff like that. And,
Minuteman, this will big. If you're a league member, you don't have to pay.
Right.
If you're not a league member, you just pay to play in it.
Correct.
That's the only difference.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing, but we ask for money because we don't have our pockets aren't quite as deep as the Minuteman league is. So
yet.
Right. Working on it.
No, and hey, listen, the Board of Governors of the Cape Cod Dart League has, and as far as I know, always has a plan to. They don't get any money. They get one dinner a year that the Board of Governors goes out to together, and that's it. So they don't get paid. They don't get anything. So always keep that in mind. So everything they do, all the money that comes in, and then they disperse that, whether it's to the youth event, whether it's to a Cape Cod Dart League event, whether they're donating to Child and Family Services when they raise money. So all of the members of the Board of Governors do that for free. If you really want to get technical, yes, they do it for one dinner a year. So they're always trying to do those things. So that, this is just another thing to make the league bigger and better.
Yeah.
And Porcelli's is going to love it, because I think that's going to be, they're taking one of our Saturday nights, which I think is great.
And usually we have a pretty good turnout for our events, so hopefully it'll draw in a big crowd. And not only will the bar make money off of drinks and stuff, they will probably throw out free pizza. They only throw out something for people. And hope we get a good crowd and make the bar some money and have a good time.
And don't hesitate to get down there a little early and have a pizza. Have something to eat.
They have the slices too. You don't have the whole dinner. You can buy a slice. I love their sliced pizza. It's a good time, and hope we get 40 or plus people. It'd be nice.
Yeah, that would just be awesome. And then on the 18th of April will be our Gold DGZ Cricket Championships. That'll be held at the Brewster VFW. Gold is 2.00 and up, the big boys and girls. So you are allowed to play up, so you don't have to play in one. You don't have to play in any, actually. But you don't have to play if you want to play against the big boys and girls up there. You can. That'll be on the 18th of April. We're going to open up signups for that at the Silver event, which will be the 28th of March. And then on the 25th of April will be the Cape Cod Dart League Fall 2025 banquet at the Brewster VFW.
Yes. Good times.
Is that a surprise to you?
No, it's all right. My mind was somewhere else for a second there. Thinking about something else, and I was like, oh, yeah. Oops, yeah, talking to me, aren't you?
Yeah.
I saw you looking at me, corner of your eye. I'm like, oh, yeah, I should probably say something. Normal. I think we're going to do hamburgers and dogs like we've done the last couple of seasons. Everybody seems to enjoy that. Things usually kick off at 2, food-wise and stuff, and then our plaques and championship shirts and trophies, and then the luck of the draw.
And DJD, again, creating championship shirts.
Championship shirts, yes. We have we picked a new photo this year. I think everybody's going to like it. It's a really, Cape Cod themed shirt, so it should go very well.
Nice. And of course, you can always get your own or have your own made. David is great to us. Gave us our Vegas shirts. We'll have some new shirts coming up when we get into the summer.
Yeah, I love those Vegas shirts. Those are nice. Those came out great.
Yeah. So thedjd.com.
Maybe I'll be wearing my Vegas one tonight. Maybe we'll see.
Ooh.
That's my other Vegas one, my DJD Vegas shirt.
So So don't hesitate. And David does a great job. Give him ideas. Be very, very explicit. It is best to cut it down to 1, maybe 2 emails. But he's always been so amazing to us. I love working with David. So then in April, following that, in May, we have the Cape Cod Youth Tournament. The Cape Cod Youth Dart Tournament. That is free to kids 18 and under. It is May 30th. It is at the Moose Lodge. We are part of the sponsorship group through here. The Cape Cod Dart League is the steward of the account. So if you ever donate to that and you want to make sure, like, hey, I need to know that this is being held on to by a legit company, the Cape Cod Dart League always holds those funds for us, which is great. And, with the backing of something like that. So the Cape Cod Premier League is part of it. The Moose Lodge is part of it. DC Porcelli's Pizza is part of it. If you want to be part of it, please reach out to us. It's all for the kids. We got some swag bags filled. Jillian Richmond, the Hot Scott, is working on some stuff that we're going to throw into those bags as well. And the Dart League has ordered the trophies and stuff we needed along with the other stuff.
Yes, they have. Yep.
All on their way. So we are really, really, really looking in good shape. So I can't wait for that. And hey, just right there, Mac Darts. I love those guys. That is the stuff we have. There's some of your 50-50 stuff you'll see tonight with the raffle, but they're just amazing. Yeah, when we were out in Vegas, I got to spend some time with Carrie Demers, who is the National Youth Director for the ADO. So long story short, not this year in May, but the following year when we do our youth tournament, it looks like we could be a silver WDF event. So I'm going to file that paperwork. We're going to get that going with Carrie's help. So looking forward to that. And then future events down here, we're going to be able to do that. And that'll qualify kids. We actually had some Cape Cod kids who had some points. And I wish I'd have known. Would have worked a little harder to get them. But some of these kids travel all around the world, Budapest, South Korea.
She does an amazing job running that thing.
Carrie, her husband Jason, the whole team, they're just amazing. But so I'm super excited about that.
The amount of youth who are in Vegas was tremendous.
Crazy. And from all over the world. And that's one of our big things here is the youth, the future of our sport. So so we're thrilled about that. And then on June 3rd, ladies and gentlemen, June 3rd, you can't see it, but you know what? I'm going to do this real quick. Boom. Right there. Boom, boom, boom. You can see that. June 3rd, that is going to start the DGZ Summer LOD Series. So 12 weeks. We're going to post the pictures on that Ring of Champions. We always have a couple extra prizes. So pretty much the same format as last year, but that's going to bring us right up to there. And then that will run through August. And then, holy mackerel, the start of a whole nother season. Good Lord.
Craziness.
It is craziness. And then we will just start up all over again.
I wish knew how many years I was involved in the league. I don't even know. Too many.
Yeah. Well, you're still beautiful.
I didn't think you drank anymore.
I don't.
Oh.
But
Well, to say I'm beautiful. Tipping them back a bit.
So look at that, 10:53, and we are pretty good. Was going to touch on just a little bit on my cheat sheet here for the Liberal Club because I'm a big Dean Mansfield fan. But Friday, March 13th, is the LOD Points Challenge number 3 with a 5:30 sign up, 5:30 to 6:45 with a 7 p.m. start. And Saturday, March 21st, that's when we're doing our qualifier. It says new event, TBD. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Dean. So look for that too if you're up in that area. That Liberal Club is just bloody amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. 25 boards? 26 boards?
25 boards up, plus an extra room for another 16 more. Craziness. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end. I can't thank you all enough for being here. Mr. Meat was here. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, good time. Yes, sir.
Good. So hopefully this is going to become a regular thing, and maybe once in a while we'll get another guest. I know the Hot Scott wanted to come in. We might get her for a little while at some point. So we've had some fun. I know I've had some fun. We hope to see you tonight at our event at the Yarmouth Moose Lodge. Any last minute things there, Mr. Kamish?
Not that I could think of. Like I said, I'll make a post about the season with that postponement.
Makeup matches and so forth.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think, like I said, I think especially how you had June 3rd, because if we push back,
it doesn't matter. We
change that. But I think I like I said, I don't want to do it at the restaurants either. So
yeah.
So we're I'm 95% sure we'll make people make the match up during the season, but we'll make an announcement by Monday the latest, and give a couple of captains on Facebook a phone call, let them know.
And ladies and gentlemen, it starts, and it's Cape Cod, so it's all good. We just shift things around. We move as we need to. That's what we do. So I am Darren Eldridge, the Dark Geek. That is Tim Meat Reynolds. And you know how we end it around here. Do me a favor. Be the reason somebody smiles tomorrow, all right? It's going to make you feel good. It's really going to make them feel good. And for a little brief period of time, our world is a much better place. All right? We love you. We thank you.
See you all soon.
The Geek and the Meat out.